Brandon, do you mind? We have technical difficulties. We just need you to the front. All right, we'll go ahead and begin our meeting. I will call to order this meeting of the Colton Joint Unified School District Board of Education on today, August 21st of 2025. If you can believe it, we're already well into August. So appreciate your patience. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're going to go ahead and roll ahead because paper still works, folks, in case you're wondering. Yes, paper still works. It's preferred by some of us who still like to hold something in their hand when they read. We'll go ahead and open this meeting as we do every meeting with our roll call. So I will ask Ms. Medina if she'll please call roll for board members.
Mrs. Flores?
Present.
Mr. Fuentes?
Present.
Ms. Ojeda?
Present.
Mr. Flores?
Present.
Mrs. Haro?
Present.
Mr. Ibarra?
Present.
Thank you for that. We will also open our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, which we do every meeting. I did not have an opportunity to catch somebody beforehand, so I'm going to call somebody cold if they would be kind enough to lead us. I'm going to actually ask a good friend of the district and a member of our Bond Oversight Committee, Mr. Gary Grosich, who's in the audience today. If you wouldn't mind leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance today, Gary, we would be honored. Thank you. Thank you for that, Gary, and it's good to see you. Appreciate your support for the district. We do have Spanish language translation services available for the meeting for anyone that wishes to utilize that service. I'm going to ask Ms. Cynthia Bueno if she'll please come forward and share more information about our translation services. Mrs. Bueno.
Thank you, Board President Flores. Good evening, all. Muy buenas noches a todos. Yo soy Cintia Bueno. Soy recepcionista y traductora del distrito. Esta noche estaremos ofreciendo servicios de intérpretes. Si alguien desea escuchar la reunión completamente en español simultáneamente, puede encontrarme en la mesa trasera, allá, y les podré obsequiar un dispositivo donde podrán hacerlo. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Mrs. Bueno. Our first item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda for this afternoon. We have a few recommended amendments to the agenda. Those include an amendment to closed session item 8.4, which is our personal public employee item. There is a request to add 2 certificated coaches, which include a flag football coach, co-ed, varsity basketball assistant girls, addition of 5 classified coaches, head JV baseball boys, head varsity baseball boys, head wrestling co-ed, softball assistant girls, and varsity baseball assistant boys. There's also a request to add 4 volunteer coaches. That would include 3 for band co-ed and 1 for wrestling co-ed. At this time, Dr. Miranda, are there any other recommended amendments to the agenda?
That's it for tonight.
At this time, I'll ask for a motion to amend the agenda as requested by staff.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Board Member Haro and a second by Board Member Fuentes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, it is approved 6-0 with the amendments requested. Thank you for that. Our next item on the agenda is our school showcase, and we have some amazing student leaders with us today from Slover Mountain High School, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them. I think Principal Frejo is here. Yes, Principal Frejo, please.
Test. Good evening, Board President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. In celebration of the theme with our district, Slover's theme this year is Surf's Up Cougars, Let's Catch Some Wins. And this evening we have with us Jake and Tremaine. Come on up, kiddos. So you'll have to look at that one or this one.
Do I switch slides? Hello, my name is Jake Wynn. I am a senior at Slover Mountain High School. In my earlier years of high school, I never really saw myself as a scholar or in any leadership positions. It got to the point where I fell behind in my classes and I was offered to go to Slover Mountain. When I first came to Slover, everyone and myself assumed it was a bad and less than desirable school. Never have I been more wrong. Going to Slover Mountain High School is the best academic and educational decision I will ever make in my life. Last year, the former ASB inspired me to work hard and to push my creativity out there. I realized that being at Slover also made me meet great people, students, and staff. Very soon, I am joining the United States Air Force, and I plan on completing the Special Operations Pipeline. But before that, my plans for Slover and ASB are to have more in-school events to build relationships between students, staff, and teachers. I would also like a special shout out to these educators and teachers. To Mr. Fatlin, Ms. Garcia, Ms. Gentile, Mr. Hornbeck, Ms. Grajeda, Ms. Mollendor, and Ms. Fryho. I would also like to introduce Tremaine Hudson, our ASB Publicity Supervisor.
Hi, my name is Tremaine Hudson. I'm a senior at Slover Mountain High School. I came to Slover because I got in trouble at my home school. It worked out for me in the end because I was also behind on my credits. Before I came to Slover, I assumed that it was a bad school where all of the bad kids went. I didn't think that I would find myself here, but now that I've experienced it, I realized that I was wrong. All of my teachers here at Slover are very helpful and easy to talk to. My peers are easy to cooperate with, and most of all, I'm getting caught up on my credits. Being at Slover has opened my eyes that education can be fun, leadership can be learned, and I can thrive along with my peers. As a new ASB member, my hopes for this school year are to include myself in as many school activities as possible and to provide my creative ideas and artistic skills to anything I work on. Thank you for allowing us to share a little bit about our journey.
We would like to share some of our academic accomplishments since our last showcase. Our mini Quarter 4 award celebrations was a packed house with families celebrating all of our accomplishments. We had 24 graduates, 6 students who received perfect attendance rewards, 30 students received Student of the Month from teachers and counselors, 36 students received Honor Roll Awards, 28 students received Principal Honor Roll Awards. For our mini Quarter 5 award ceremony, it was another packed house with families before the ceremonies began. We had a parent workshop explaining what is cyberbullying. Our teachers were also a part of this ceremony. They handed out certificates to students who were chosen for Student of the Month. We had 17 graduates, 10 students who received perfect attendance awards, 44 students who received Student of the Month from teachers and counselors, 32 students received Honor Roll Awards, and 26 students received Principal Honor Roll Awards.
Slover hosted its annual Spring Wellness and Health Fair. We had a huge turnout from the community with different support groups for ourselves and families. Students were actively asking questions and requesting information from San Bernardino County Behavioral Health and CJUSD Mental and Behavioral Health Department. Slover also hosted our annual College and Career Fair. We had many opportunities to visit different colleges, armed forces, and unions. Our classrooms were also hosting different workshops such as barbering, cosmetology, and nursing programs. These are only a few to name.
Slover was invited to participate in Dr. Miranda's Community Cabinet. Highlighting performing arts, our very own Slover Mountain High School rock band and Corrido band performed, and our ASB got to share some snow cones with everyone. Our Slover Mountain High School rock band also performed at the Senior Sunset along with DJ Fryho playing all genres of music. This was at Slover's 3rd Sunset, and every year we get more participation. It was a night of fellowship, dancing, and eating. ASB and Slover staff really worked hard to make this a memorable event.
Slover had many events. Slover had many events as we said farewell to our seniors. Seniors got the chance to visit the middle schools and elementaries that they attended. They even got to speak words of gratitude and encouragement to their staff and students. Seniors also attended San Bernardino Valley College Senior Day, Universal Studios Grad Night, Senior Breakfast, Graduation Practice, and the Graduation Ceremony. Huge shout out to our class of 2025 Slover graduates. Thank you to Colton High School for hosting our graduation. Slover was also able to give out 19 scholarships, and it definitely was a night to remember for our graduates and their families. We also had one student receive a scholarship from ROP Careers in Childhood and Hispanic Coalition of Small Businesses, awarded 7 scholarships too.
Slover continues to upgrade the curb appeal and collaborated with Empire Arts to complete 2 murals with the help of our students. We got our cougar, and you can't spell Slover without love. Our wall near the garden entrance of our campus. The other mural is in our Wellness Center garden full of color. On our first day of school, Slover staff sprinkled us with kindness and lots of love. They gave us the blue carpet treatment as we walked into campus. Even our parents walked with us and took pictures. We also had DJ Fryho playing music, and special thanks to Dr. Muni for welcoming us with some fist bumps. Please follow us on our social media pages and you can see all of the events happening at Slover. Thank you. May we answer any questions, or would you like to give us any feedback?
Well, first of all, we'd like to give you an applause. That's a great presentation. a wonderful presentation. It's an early start to the year, but you guys are off to a fast start at Slover. I love it. I want to go ahead and turn it over to my colleagues for any questions or comments that you have for our presenters. Ms. Haro, please.
Yes, I want to thank you for what you said about yourselves at the beginning, introducing yourselves, because I think it's important for us as a board to know who's speaking and what their goals are, and I think you're doing a great job at reaching those goals. I also wanted to say the murals are beautiful, and I loved all the different events you've had already, and a lot of the different things you were sharing with us. We appreciate you coming and letting us know all about Slover, so thank you.
Board Member Haro. Board Member Ibarra.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say congratulations to both of you gentlemen for a job well done. You had to make a very difficult decision, but when you get to the point where you end up going to Slover, you know, that you find that the decision wasn't that hard at all. It was probably, like you mentioned, a very, very smart decision that you made. A lot of times we find in life, you know, we'll make what we can out of where we're at, and both of you did that. You're excelling in what your education and your leadership, and look at you, you're up here talking to the Board of Education, and you did an excellent job. You know, your pronunciation, everything was really, really good, so I just have to take my hats off to you for that as well. So one of the things that I just wanted to mention, because I heard several of you say it, for me, as a member of the board, I had an opportunity over the years to see Slover grow. And at this point in time, over the last few years, I don't consider Slover a continuation school or any school like that. I see it as one of our high schools. And it's grown to the point where we have excellent educators, administrators over the years and current, and it's just a great place for students to learn and be. So thank you for sharing all that, because it makes a big, big difference, and I'm glad that a lot of the audience here and those who are listening to us online, they get the opportunity to hear you and experience what you are experiencing. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Board Member Ibarra. Board Member Fuentes.
Thank you, Board President. Just want to congratulate both of you for such an awesome job. You know, Slover Mountain High, you can't spell Slover without love, and I can see that you guys get a lot of love. And just like I'm going to ditto what my colleague said, you know, I also am one of the board members that considers you guys just a regular high school. And you guys are an award-winning high school, an award-winning high school for being the example to other schools. And both of you guys did such a phenomenal job, very clear on what you guys were saying, all of that stuff. I love like Ms. Harrell said, I love what you guys said at the beginning, shared a little bit about, hey, I didn't know how this was going to happen, but I'm here now, and I'm growing from it. So very proud of both of you guys. Continue doing what you're doing, and we're always here for your help, to help you guys out, okay?
Thank
Have
you,
a great
sir.
one. Thanks.
Board Member Fuentes. Board Member Florino Ojeda, please.
I want to congratulate both of you for, I don't know that you look at yourself like this, but as a risk taker. And in life, if you put yourself out there, sometimes things aren't always the way you think they're going to be, and new opportunities can open up for you. Just remember that down the road, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, because you took a chance and it was successful. Sometimes they're not, but you just never know what's out there. There are opportunities, but you have to be willing to take a risk, and you've already proven that, and you're happy with it. And as a board member, it makes me happy, because all kids don't learn the same. And it's wonderful that we have a program that meets the needs of other kids. And look at how successful you are. So congratulations, and keep working that hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Member Thornhill. Board Member Bertha Flores.
Okay. Yes, it was a beautiful presentation. The way you put the pictures together, it tells a story of your school, and I appreciate that. It's beautiful, the way you put it together. And you're right about the teachers, counselors, and administrators at Slover. They're awesome. They surround you with love, and they truly care about you. So you guys are in a good place, and you will succeed. So thank you for the presentation today.
Well, you've obviously have us excited for what's going on. I think it's incredible. The energy that you have at your school is incredible. I want to again reiterate what you've heard from our board members about your leadership, your presentation. It's fantastic. You know, there's no such thing as a bad kid. I truly believe that. Kids may be put in bad situations, usually by the adults in their lives. But I'm here to tell you, and I believe my colleagues agree with me, there is no such thing as a bad kid or a bad student. As Board Member Thorino Ojeda said, students learn differently. And that's what our job is to do, is to find the best environment, the best place, and the best way to help our students learn. And not every student learns the same way. In fact, there's so many different ways to help our students learn and grow. So be proud of the success that you found at Slover, and continue to change the perception of what it means to go to Slover Mountain High School. I want you to be at the forefront of that, because you should be proud of what you've achieved and the culture that you're building there and building upon those that came before you. So we're proud of you. You have a bright future ahead of us, and please continue to share your story and your success, and we look forward to seeing you back here in the not too distant future for all the fun activities that you have throughout the year. All right? Thanks so much. Yeah. Absolutely. Sure, please, Member Ibarra.
As our young gentlemen take their seat, I just want to take this opportunity because I'm an individual and I work for a different school district, and I always like to make sure that staff gets their due, the pat on the back, because oftentimes we don't get it. And what I'd like to do is ask the staff of Slover Mountain administration to all stand up so we could give you a round of applause for the great job that you've been doing in helping all the students over all the years. Thank you very much. Also, I want to take this opportunity because I think I see a parent here. You know, a lot of times the students get motivated by a lot of different people, including get motivated at home in one way or the other. So I just want to say opportunity to say thanks to you for being here and supporting, because I think it's so important for us as a district, as a community, as a staff to support all our students and make sure that they're successful, because they're the ones that are going to probably be up here one day and doing what we're doing and making the tough decisions. So just I want to say thank you to you as well, and you and your family.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Board Member Barr. Great way to start off the year. Great presentation. All right, this takes us to our public comment portion of today's meeting. Just a reminder to all public comment speakers, you do have 3 minutes to address the board on items that are on the agenda or items not on the agenda but within the jurisdiction of the school district. Our board bylaw 9323 is on the board that gives you the details. I would simply remind you to please address the board with your comments. While we may not be able to respond with answers, know that we will circle back with you when appropriate and make sure that the right person connects with you. So at this time, I will go ahead and call Mr. Adam Angulo.
Hello. Okay. Thank you. Good evening. On June 5th, 2025, at the end of last school year, I stood here and spoke about my treatment at Zimmerman Elementary. I brought those concerns forward because I believe transparency and accountability are essential for a healthy school district. Following my public statement, the district conducted an internal investigation. Despite the detailed documentation and evidence packet I provided, the conclusion found no wrongdoing. That was unusual to me, given the amount of evidence I submitted. Because I believe this matter deserves an impartial review, I filed with the Public Employment Relations Board for an outside investigation. Recently, I received notice that the district has hired a private law firm to represent them. So my question tonight is, why spend significant district funds on attorneys to fight this instead of addressing it directly? It makes me sad to see money taken away from students, classrooms, and opportunities, especially when I'm not even asking for money, I'm not asking for a payout, and I'm not trying to sue the district. This is not about me winning or the district losing. This is about doing what is right. I want to be clear, I'm not here to cause disruption or division. I'm here because I believe in solving problems, not hiding them. I believe in building stronger schools by addressing issues directly, not ignoring them. Everything I have done has been through the proper channels with respect and with the single goal of making this district better for students and staff. When workplace problems go unaddressed, it affects more than just the employee. It affects the environment our students learn in and the relationships our families have with their schools. We should be united in our mission to serve the children of this community, not spending public funds battling each other or covering up problems through expensive legal defenses. The children are watching how we lead. They are learning from our example. I'm not afraid to stand here and speak. I believe the community has the right to know how its money is being spent, and I believe our students deserve leaders who will model integrity, openness, and the courage to act in the best interest of the children, always. Accountability will always feel like an attack when you are not ready to acknowledge how your behavior harms others. We can make this district stronger by facing challenges head-on with honesty, compassion, and a shared commitment to the future of our community. We still have the chance to show our children that we can do better together, because every dollar spent fighting the truth is a dollar stolen from our children's future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Angelo. We appreciate that. Given that obviously it is a personnel matter and it's subject to confidentiality, we'll have to defer to Dr. Dade. If you will please circle back with Mr. Angelo and his appropriate union representative so that they're in the loop as well. So I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. Our next public speaker is Mr. Gary Grosich.
President Flores, board members, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, and members of the audience. My name is Gary Grosich. I'm a 47-year resident of business and a former Bloomington Municipal MAC member. I'd like to make a few important points regarding public comments that were made at the last school board meeting regarding adding showers at the truck stop located at Cedar and Santa Ana. As a member of the MAC, I was actively involved in this project from its inception, which was originally presented to us as a commercial shopping center with a small trucking component. Without the MAC's knowledge or input, this project morphed into a full-blown truck stop against the wishes of the community and was unanimously opposed by the MAC. On numerous occasions, we were told by the Shandy Group this project was not a truck stop. Mr. Shandy also publicly stated that he agreed to build a 5,000 square foot freestanding restaurant on the site. Our community is still waiting for that to happen. When it became clear it was a truck stop, despite the denials, mitigation measures were discussed and conditions of approval were required, and that happened through the school district and the county of San Bernardino. Community concerns were many, and one of them was no on-site showers, along with restrictions on the amount of time trucks could remain on site. Mr. Shandy agreed to these conditions, including having no showers. In doing research, I found that only 28% of truck stops in California have showers, and the vast majority of those that do are located right along interstates where truckers are engaged in long hauling. Since 72% of truck stops in California don't have showers, it's pretty clear that showers are not a necessity to be successful. As a very experienced and astute businessman, I'm sure Mr. Shandy knew this when he agreed not to have showers at this location. I would ask the board to continue their support of our community by not changing the agreed upon terms, and also asking the Shandy Group to move forward and build the freestanding restaurant that was promised. And on another note, I was kind of surprised to hear the tone of a lot of the speakers that talked about the partnership and the Shandy Group being such a wonderful business in the community. But what I got out of that was kind of a quid pro quo approach. If you do what I want or what they want, then we're going to be your partners. And to my knowledge, in Colton and Bloomington, which are both areas of the school district, I don't believe I've ever heard of any partnership or money, scholarships or anything coming from that organization. And so I don't know why it would be presented that way when that isn't what's been happening. And we would love to have the Shanti Group become partners, not only with the school district, but with the community of Bloomington as well, the Bloomington Municipal Advisory Council, and there could be a lot of great things accomplished. But it's most important for people to live up to their agreements that they've already made, including the conditions of approval of the project that are, quite frankly, are being violated on a regular basis. So with that, I thank the board for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Grosich. Appreciate that. I have no other public comment speaker slips. Ms. Medina, do you have any speakers? All right. So we will go ahead and close public comment. And that takes us to our action session items for this evening. We have action session items 4.1 through 4.37. We are going to pull 4.3 for separate consideration. And I would ask if there are any other items that board members wish to pull for separate consideration. All right, hearing none, we will go ahead then. I will ask for a motion for approval of items 4.1 through 4.37 with the exception of item 4.3.
So moved.
I have a motion. I have a second? Second by Board Member Haro. Any questions, comments from board members? All right, hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, hearing none. They are approved 6-0. And that takes us to item 4.3. And I will ask if there is a motion to approve item 4.3. Motion by Board Member Haro. Is there second? Second by Board Member Bertha Flores. Okay. Any questions or comments from board? If not, I'll ask for a call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Abstain.
Thank you. So the item is approved with Board Member Thorin Ojeda abstaining. All right, that takes us through the end of our action session items for today. So we are already onto our administrative reports. I'll ask if there are any questions regarding our administrative reports, items 5.1 through 5.3. All right, no questions for staff. We'll jump to 5.4. I don't believe we have a facilities update today. Is that correct? That's correct. All right. So this takes us to our ACE update. No update today. Okay. CSEA update. No update. Oh boy. MAC. No update. All right. Yeah, we're cooking. ROP. I believe there was an ROP meeting. Am I correct? Since our last meeting. All right. I'll turn it over to our ROP representatives.
Yeah, it was a very short meeting. That's why we're here saying, okay, you could say it, I'll say it. We're passing the baton here. No, what they shared with the board was the fact that they were taking a look at all the current classes that they were offering, particularly at Cone Joint Unified School District. And with each one of the classes, they were looking at some of the successes that we've had and how all the classes are currently within reach of employment for many of our students. They do an excellent job as far as identifying career classes that are going to be around for the next 20 years. And with that, they take a look at meeting with our individual principals at our school sites and our high schools and determine what are some of the best opportunities for them as far as class offerings. So it was a really nice report that they gave out, and a lot of information, which I totally I agree and I appreciate, and I think we all appreciate that. It gives us an idea of what direction the CRI-ROP is headed on a yearly basis. And with that, we know that our students are in really, really good hands, and they have great opportunities and choices in class selection for potential careers down the road. So that's what I want to share.
All right, thank you for that, Board Member Ibarra. And again, thank you for the time that you invest in serving and representing us on that ROP board. We have so much that we gain from the ROP program, and I'm always amazed to see what students can achieve while still in high school, the certifications that they graduate with. I recently learned about the ABCs of workforce development, A being any job, B being a better job, and C being a career, and that's what we want to shoot for, is helping our students really identify a career, sustainable career, and ROP goes a long way in helping our students do that.
Yeah, and one of the things that I always like to just listen for is our articulation agreements with not only ROP and what they articulate with other junior colleges and opportunities for our students to get additional college credit beforehand. And it just kind of just takes off as far as their education, where they could actually graduate with some college credit and an idea of what direction they'd like to go. You know, like you've heard me say many a time, CRIROP is probably the best in the state of California. I mean, the staff, everyone is excellent and have been excellent for the last 27 years. I think I've been on with them over the years. And it's just incredible what they've accomplished here with our Colton District students. And the stories, numerous stories. And there's not probably a time that I don't go when I'm out that I don't get thanked by parents for a lot of the courses we offer, including CRIROP, because it's made a big difference for their children. So, you know, I would always support it, and for, you know, I hope we continue having this great association with them. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you. All right, that takes us to our superintendent's communique. Dr. Miranda.
Thank you, Board President. Good evening, the board. Good evening, members of the audience and online. I was going to say don't have an update, but I do. I'll try to be quick here, try to get us on a roll here, keep going the momentum here. I do want to talk about a few things here this evening. First, our new employee orientation and mental health intern orientation. The reason I want to highlight these is this is huge. Thank you to Human Resources for kicking off 25-26 by hosting this new employee orientation on August 6th right here. Just exciting to see all the new employees, newest members to the district. I got an opportunity to introduce myself, talk to them a little bit, well, maybe a lot of bit, right, Brandon? And just talk about our culture, our vision, the resources, and just the opportunities. Also, Dr. Ortiz, his department, led by Antonio Castro, an awesome director, had on August 11th through the 15th, they hosted the behavioral mental health interns, welcomed 50 university interns for the week of extensive clinical training and orientation. I got to speak to them too here, and it was a pretty amazing opportunity to talk about why they're so important to the vision that we have of wellness programs here in our district. And so just incredible opportunity for these interns. And so I just want to say on behalf of the Board of Education, myself, Executive Cabinet, just a heartfelt welcome to all the employees and our mental health interns. And we look forward to working with all of you. All right, so tomorrow's Leader Celebration. Next slide, here we go. So the kickoff begins. You know, we're 3 weeks in almost of school. So on September 2nd, we're going to kick off our Tomorrow's Leaders what I program initiative at all our high schools, and it's going to continue throughout the year. So this program, which is just a staple of our district, which is incredible, celebrates students who demonstrate commitment, excellence, and perseverance throughout the year. It's you know, high school students go through a lot, and so they have to persevere, and their resilience at our high school is incredible. So to qualify for the Tomorrow's Leaders Celebration, which is held in spring, or in May, around there, students must maintain a 97% attendance rate, no more than 10 tardies, no outside suspensions, and a weighted GPA of 2.8 or higher. So students who meet this criteria enter into drawings for exciting prizes, including a grand prize every year of a brand new car. So that's pretty exciting. Students must remain continuously enrolled in our schools and obviously meet those criteria. So we're just excited about continuing this program, this tradition, and it just reminds us all that, and our students that, every choice, every day, and every effort matters. And so dedicate your time to learning, to being at school every single day, and it pays off because you're going to get rewarded. Also want to thank TLF, Tomorrow's Leaders Foundation, for supporting a lot of those initiatives and helping out with that. So it's a partnership with the foundation. And then last but not least, I got to talk about attendance. Beginning of the year, I think we're up to a pretty good start here. So every year, Student Services Division develops a fresh attendance slogan. So the slogan for this year, I believe, is attend today, lead tomorrow, #everyday counts. I like that because it emphasizes the importance of being in school every single day because every absence, even excuse, can impact learning, as you know, and student success. So the Tomorrow's Leaders Competition and the Tomorrow's Leaders Foundation reinforce that consistent effort to improve one of our vision goals achievement. And also just want to highlight that next month, September, is attendance, the attendance competition begins, right, Dr. Ortiz, at all our elementary and middle schools. So again, this is a competition for all our, again, as I said, elementary, middle. So elementary schools, there's going to be class and individual competitions. So the class with the highest attendance gets to have a pizza party and a frozen treat party. And so we'll have perfect attendance recognition for students, drawings, district-wide, and each student there'll be 5 students who are going to win a scooter and a helmet. And so I'm sure the parents are excited about that. Middle schools, that was actually a joke, you guys. All right. So middle schools, sort of the same program. Again, this is in September. The middle school students, schools that have the highest attendance rates will receive a frozen treat and a goodie bag at lunch. And they also, individual students will be entered into a drawing, and there'll be one per middle school student who will win a mystery prize. I don't know what the mystery prize is, but it's going to be something really cool for our middle school kids, students. So again, thank you to Student Services, led by Dr. Ortiz, Missy, Kingston, for organizing the competitions and promoting positive attendance across the district. And together we can help our students build that habit of responsibility or resilience and excellence so that we can prepare them to lead for tomorrow. So that is my communique this evening, Board President.
Thank you for that, Dr. Miranda. We appreciate it. All right, board member comments. At this time, we are moving along, folks, so get your comments ready. Sure, I'm ready. Okay, because there is a method to this. I want to make sure I get it right. All right, we're going to begin today with board member Ibarra.
Make it easy, no comment.
Thanks. Board member Haro. Board member Fuentes.
I do have a quick comment. You know I do. First of all, thank you everyone for being here this evening. I wanted to share, many of you know that I wear a lot of hats throughout the community, and about 15 years ago I co-founded an organization, a coalition called Community Coalition for Change, and about 6 years ago I also co-founded another coalition called Coalition for Tobacco-Free San Bernardino County. And we've been working closely. I've been in collaboration with California Health Collaborative and Institute for Public Strategies. And recently, we've been working in the city of Grand Terrace. And they do have a smoke-free outdoors type thing in the city of Grand Terrace, but some of the signage just says no smoking. So actually, yesterday, I had a meeting with the mayor, Bill Hussey, and we talked about changing the signage to where it said no smoking, no vaping, no cannabis. Many of the parks have this signage, but it's not clear. So a lot of people that vape say, well, it just says no smoking, and you know how that works. But we had many of our leadership in the community of Grand Terrace, alongside Ms. Bertha Flores, Superintendent Dr. Miranda, Principal Charles Neighbors, and Principal Afadonis. They also helped us work on this PSA video, which I forgot to give to Brandon, but I'll share it with you at another time. But Senator Eloise Reyes heard about this, and she would like to present a couple of awards to Ms. Flores and Superintendent Dr. Miranda. I'm going to read this briefly, and I'm going to apologize to Ms. Flores because I grabbed my award and left hers on my desk. So I'm going to read this real quick. It says here, State of California Senate, certification of recognition presented to Dr. Frank Miranda, Colton Joint Unified School District Superintendent. In recognition of the outstanding support and active participation, the Hopes in Action event, promoting healthier communities through the advancement of smoke-free outdoor policy in Grand Terrace. Your advocacy, leadership, and commitment to public health have played a vital role in creating safer, cleaner, and more inclusive outdoor spaces for all. Your efforts inspire change and bring us one step closer to a smoke-free environment for future generations. So Dr. Miranda and Ms. Flores, I'd like to present this on behalf of the state. Senator Luis Reyes, thank you very much for your support. Ms. Bertha, I apologize, but I got one for you. And I know Principal Neighbors and Principal Afadonis have received theirs also, and I just wanted to share that. And thank you for helping us, making sure that our community, which is our children in our school district, have a safer place to go where they're smoke-free, so that there is no smoking and no skunks, as some people say out there. And, you know, and so I thank both of them for that, and I thank each and every one of you for support. Thank you. Have a great one. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Board Member Fuentes. Board Member Bertha Flores.
No comment.
Board Member Thorin Ojeda? Okay, great. And I don't have a comment this evening, but I do want to take just a moment as we get ready to wrap up our meeting, which is ending very, I know you're all very disappointed that it went so quick. I'm not, my wife's going to believe me that I actually had a meeting tonight. Want to take a moment to acknowledge somebody who's very near and dear to us, that we will be closing the meeting in memory of him, and that is Mr. Bernard Ojeda Sr., affectionately known as Bernie to many of us. This gentleman was a member of our community, our school district community, lived in the city of Grand Terrace, and lived an incredible life, of which we only have little bits and pieces, and over the next days and weeks and months, I'm sure we'll learn more about his life and the extraordinary things that he did. But just in the bits and pieces that we had learned, understanding that he was a Vietnam veteran and had served with distinction, a longtime deputy with the LA County Sheriff's Department, and he was a school resource officer, which makes perfect sense because he fell in love with a principal. And of course, a devoted husband, father and grandfather. And for many of us, we know him as a fixture at many of our meetings for many, many years, as he made sure, as a proud and protective husband, that his wife made it to every meeting and got home safe from every meeting. And though, while he's not here physically, he is absolutely here in spirit, and he will always be with us, and he will be a part of this district. I joked with Board Member Thorin Ojeda that I felt like he should have gotten a stipend because he was here with, with all of us at every meeting. And it was that devotion early on to his wife that just, I think for many of us, it was incredible to see that love and devotion to make sure that he was going to protect her. And that's truly who Bernie was. He was a protector his whole life. And he's still with us, certainly in spirit and his memory. And again, I appreciate the opportunity, Joanne, to celebrate his life and legacy over the next days, weeks, and months, and beyond. But tonight, we will be closing this meeting in memory of Bernie, and I will take a moment of silence to do that. And if anybody would like to share anything, though, I would like to go ahead and open it up if you have some comments that you'd like to share in relation to Bernie. I know that we had a chance to meet him, and we would pry out of him little details here and there, but he was a humble man, but an example of you don't have to be loud to have an impact in life, right? He let his actions speak louder than any words, and that's what I'll remember most, as a man who was incredibly stoic incredibly devoted, incredibly proud of his country and his service to the community. So thank you for sharing him with us. We appreciate that. But if not, we will go ahead and take just a few moments here of silence before we adjourn our meeting. Thank you. We will adjourn to closed session.
snow, I was back there and I was able to get it ready. So they were on, they heard us, we heard them, so, yeah, perfect. That's just the first one, and then the others, they're here in person, so. Oh, in fact, I need to go talk to them.
I just want to make sure we're good on that web.
Yes, thank you, Brandon.
we will go ahead and reconvene this meeting for Colton Joint Unified School District Board of Education. We do have a couple of items to read out this evening, so we'll start with item 9.1. In closed session on a motion by Board Member Fuentes and seconded by Board Member Ibarra and carried on a 6-0 vote, the board took action to approve a settlement agreement for case number DEU 19196417 in the amount of $99,542.50. And then item 9.2, on a motion by Board Member Fuentes and seconded by Board Member Thorin Ojeda and carried on a 6-0 vote, the board approved the personnel public employee appointments as presented in item 9.2. And that is all that we